Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Oaf Discussions. I am Kid Swift.
This is Thoroughbred Webb.
And on the left,
Che Hey Kid.
back after a long time, our buddy Che is back on the show. I know Webb has been asking where he was, what's been going on.
Yeah, I've been running around like an idiot.
Yeah. We know you've been busy.
Tearing Lexington up.
Yeah, man.
Pretty much.
Glad to have you back. Definitely. But yeah, guys, welcome back to another week. I'm going to turn this around because I don't know how I look. I used to look good when I had backwards. I don't know. I don't want to be surprised on the video.
Oh, you want to pull an Ash Ketchum? Sit there and just like, welcome back to Oaf Discussions.
Let me tell y'all what's about to happen this week. Just spinning around. But yeah, so we're going to get into stuff, a little bit more music stuff than we have been doing the past few weeks, just because shit happened. Che went to an awesome concert, and we definitely want to hear about that.
I did.
Yeah, so, but to start it off, I want to start off with Webb. Webb has topics and such, and we want to hear them.
Okay.
So what you got for us?
I'm going to just go ahead and just throw this out there and
right.
just see how y'all react to it. Okay. First and foremost, for those that are watching and for those in attendance,
Yep.
I would like to go ahead and say a requiat in pace, or rest in peace, to Constantine.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
Dude, I was
Ooh, you
so
hit me hard
mad.
with that one. I didn't know that was coming.
Yeah, I was.
Didn't see that one
Oh
coming.
my god.
Yeah, dude.
I almost
Pissed.
forgot. I wasn't gonna bring it up. God,
Man.
I was.
I was pissed. I just found out, I think, yesterday, maybe?
Sure.
When I was like on Facebook, and like they had like a list. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And there's a couple on there. I'm like, okay, whatever. But
Yeah.
Constantine, I was like, golly, dude,
Yeah.
why'd you have to do that? Because it was really going somewhere.
I liked it. I
loved
loved it. You know, like as I always talked about, like I was constantly like advocating for that show. And I love that damn show so much. But there's a chance that it could possibly be saved in the day and age of Netflix. Hopefully something happens. But that one hurt me, and actually the other one that hurt me that might surprise some people is the Mindy Project.
Yo, and that was
That
a good
show
show.
is a good show.
Yeah, it's another one.
And apparently the producer or the creator of the show is like really going at Netflix hard. Like, please take this. But yeah, that was another one. And then there was some other weird stuff that happened in TV. Not really cancellation wise, but like Hulu got the rights to Seinfeld, which I've been waiting for Seinfeld to hit Netflix for years.
It's like, who the fuck is Seinfeld?
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, I've been waiting for that. That's what I've been waiting for for
show.
Netflix streaming. Old ass show, but yeah.
The show about nothing. That's a great show, man.
Yeah, love it so much. I've been waiting to binge watch through that on Netflix for the longest, but Hulu got the rights to that. Cool, whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I was hurt. I saw it coming. I was worried about my Agent Carter too. But Agent Carter slid through, thank God, yeah.
Yeah, it did. Agent Carter.
Yeah, Agent Carter didn't get canceled,
Thank you
so
for that.
we're good on that. But yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was like, fuck. And then the other thing, on the other side of it that kind of made me even madder, but they're saying it still could possibly happen, is apparently Steve Amell had an interview, and he said that they had been in talks to have an Arrow Constantine crossover. And apparently it could still happen. So basically there was going to be a chance where Steve Amell or Arrow could be helping out Constantine or vice versa on like a case or whatever. But they said it still could happen. Like you said, the Constantine show might not be completely gone. It might end up on Netflix. Hopefully Netflix understands. Buy these damn superhero shows up. Get them shits locked down. We'll be good to go.
If they don't do it, they better at least do a movie.
Or something,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Like
At least follow up the
dude
movie.
killed
I
it.
love
Like
the movie.
I liked everybody in there. I liked the original movie. It'd be nice to see a new one.
Yeah, that'd be
Just
great.
having Constantine in the DCU would be nice. But God, I was hurt. I saw this coming since the first time we talked about the show on Oaf Discussions.
Yeah,
I kind of was
knew it,
like,
too. even my girl said the same thing.
yeah, I was like
I
trying to.
haven't heard anything about it. I hope they don't cancel it. I was like, shut up. I was like, don't say anything. It won't happen. And then it happened anyway. I'm like, shit.
But yeah, that one was like I said, was expected. But the Mindy Project thing was a complete surprise because I thought that show was blowing up. I mean, I thought
Dude, yeah.
I mean, she's in
blowing up.
commercials
Yeah.
as Mindy, which I mean, that's obviously her real name, but still, like, basically her character in commercials. So I mean, I thought like that was locked in for probably like 9 seasons or something crazy.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a big one.
But yeah, so that's apparently trying to get saved. I mean, with as crazy as shit happens with Yahoo snatching up shows now and saved Community, I doubt if this is the last we'll see of both of those shows, especially because the internet went batshit crazy, especially on Mindy Project side, like when everybody was like, okay, because nobody wants to see, especially the superhero shows, as much as these universes are getting developed in real life now. Nobody wants to see any of them canceled, because that just like shuts off like a pipeline. Like you got like this pipeline of all these different superheroes, and then just shutting one off.
Yeah, especially if that's being in the atmosphere of fantasy.
Yeah,
compared to science fiction, like with Flash and just regular ass vigilante for Arrow or something like that.
Yeah,
and you can see right there, like DC almost had like a damn chokehold on TV.
Yeah.
Like the only Marvel movie or show out at this point in time is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Agent Carter, and they're alternating back and forth whenever they would come on.
Both agents.
So, as far as so many damn DC shows, speaking of DC, the bat phone's ringing.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. So many damn DC shows just killing it, and almost all of them on broadcast, now that I think about it.
Yeah, pretty much all.
And we still have some to come, though, right? What about the Supergirl?
Yeah, that's coming. That's coming. One. They're actually said they're going to air that right up against Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. this fall.
Huh, that's
going to be like bam, like right next door. So,
and plus the Brave and the Bold, or whatever they're going to call it.
Right. Yeah.
Basically, the superhero team up show.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So that's going to be good. I'm going to watch
Flash was
Supergirl.
Crazy last night, by the way.
Dude, I'm so far behind on Flash.
I gotta wait for it to hit Netflix. There's a ton.
That's ironic, actually.
It's terrible how bad I'm behind. Because I got Hulu specifically. I got Hulu and Hulu specifically for Arrow and Flash. Because I was missing it, and then I canceled Hulu to try to like back up some of the random shit that I had. Just because I kept forgetting to watch it, and now like I think the last episode I watched of Flash was when they fought.
No spoiler? Hopefully no spoiler.
Yeah. Well, it's like,
you should
have
like caught up. You should be caught up.
Yeah, you should be caught up. You do better than me. Be better than me.
Yeah, right.
But the last one I watched of Flash was when Captain Cold and what's his name fought him, which has been like 2 months ago. And then the last episode of Arrow I watched was when Ra's al Ghul offered him the job.
Well, you're closer. Yeah. You're closer to being caught up on
which one?
Arrow.
Okay.
Than you are with Flash.
Flash is I'm like.
And with Flash, I'm way back.
Yeah.
Man. But Arrow, I'm caught up.
Like Gorilla done popped out. Like all this other shit's done happened. I saw in the latest picture, like photo preview, he was standing next to Arrow again. I'm like, they're back together. What the fuck is going? I'm like, how much have I missed, story wise? So yeah, apparently a lot. Yeah, I gotta get caught up. I'm sorry, I suck. But I killed Daredevil though. I killed that shit in like a week.
That didn't take
a couple days maybe.
Yeah.
I watched that shit in no time.
I tried to. Yeah, well, I told Garrett, or I told Kid Swift this. Excuse me, I almost pulled one of your moves.
There we go.
Same thing I told Kid Swift was like, I watched the first episode in one night, and I was like, you know what? Let me just do this weekly. And so they're just like a
space
little trick
it out,
space it out.
Absolutely.
And I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
there was no way that was gonna happen.
Those bode very well for streaming. Like if all of them were set up like that, it would be a wrap. Like it would be, you'd basically just take like 2 months and just kill them all. Like basically in a few weeks time. It probably wouldn't even take that long for most people. Like most people would knock them out. Like all those shows, like fucking that, Game of Thrones, Walking Dead. If eventually it got to the point where everything was just instantly up, which I feel like maybe one day within the next 10 years that could possibly happen. Yeah. Because people are so instant gratification now. I feel like that could be the framework that we end up going to.
The advertising's killing us.
Oh God.
You know what I mean? And that's, the whole business. That's where all the money comes from. So unfortunately, they're gonna get you. I was pissed off about Hulu. I just got Hulu maybe a couple months ago.
Sure.
And I was upset because I thought it was gonna be like Netflix.
Commercial free.
You know what I mean? And what was so weird is they trick you though, because the first couple shows that I watch, or series of shows I should say, because I binge watch like everybody else.
Right. Yeah.
The first series of shows that I watched, it was like one commercial in between something.
Right.
And then as it kept going on, then they ask you, oh, well, is this what you want? Well, no, thank you. I don't want any of this. But
I love that question.
But it got more, it's like more and more came all of a sudden. It was like they lured me in.
And then they just started hitting
you.
And then
they just started hitting you. And then it kind of backs off. Well, now I'm, at the average and there's like 2 commercials or something.
It's literally you get the same 2 commercials.
Yeah, man. I'm like, dude, how is this productive? I don't get that.
Would you like a commercial with pterodactyls girls in it or a commercial with puppies in it? It's like, what the fuck kind of question is that?
You want to know about cars.
Right. Yeah, I'm like, or I love when it gives you the option. It's like, would you like to watch a 3-minute commercial now or 3 1-minute commercials separated after the show? I'm like, let's get this out of the way. Let's go. Yeah. I'll go get something to drink. Yep. Go ahead and start it. I'll come back. It'll be the most like Sarah McLachlan emotional ass commercials that are the longest ones, and most people are in the kitchen or taking a shit.
I'm like,
somebody worked hard on that.
What else do I have to do?
Yeah, right. Like, dude, I can't sit there and watch these commercials. I'm done. That's why I got it in the first place.
Yeah.
But yeah. Thanks for ruining my day. I forgot about it. I had moved on. My morning period was over.
I wanted to get the bad news out the way. Silver lining. American Idol is going on its final season.
I'm so glad.
Oh, when next year?
Yeah. This season 15 is over. That's it.
Dude.
I'm like, let's go.
Dude, I thought. I mean, I don't know how it's been around as long as it has.
I thought after Simon left, it was gonna be a wrap.
Yeah, Simon,
what, like 5 years ago?
I have choice words for Simon Cowell. I just don't, man. This guy, he kills me. Like, he single-handedly, literally, with this, I mean, the American Idol started it, but then the X Factor, England, all that, but he single-handedly, in my opinion, like, he's killed pop music. You know what I mean? Like, he really made it. Like, he really killed it. You know what I mean?
If you think about it, the number of people that he's behind.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Because a lot of people don't know the amount of people that he found.
Yeah.
And, So, I would agree with that.
The One Direction thing makes me upset. It upsets me because I'm like, I could build a better group in like 5 days in Lexington. You know what I mean? And I'm like, dude, it's like you just didn't even try. You know what I mean? It was like you just let it go. You found a look, and that's what you did. And I'm just not feeling that, man. I'm like, you set us back. You know, pop music was taking off, so now you go to, it's like pop music. Late '90s, it was blowing up. Here we go. And then Korea, they went ahead and took it and just kept going with it. So it's like they just took it and it just kept evolving. And then this motherfucker, he set us back. Like he literally he set the bar back for talent.
Right, yeah.
That you can be successful on and make money on, and that kills me.
And I think that's why people like us, or like people in general, are like latching on to K-pop in America.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so popular, because it's so different and dynamic compared to just like this regular.
They kept going, you know what I mean?
Yeah, cut and dry, normal.
And us, we're back. Square one again.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn, I'd rather just listen to late 90s pop. You know what I mean? And I do. As you may well know.
Right, yeah.
If you've heard me, you see me around. If I drive by, I'm probably listening to some 90s shit.
Right, yeah.
So what it is.
Oh, man. Yeah. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad that's ending, but for some reason, I know it'll never be as good as it was the first, 2 or 3 seasons, but I would like to see another ABDC. I enjoyed that show.
Yeah, that was good.
It started to taper off at the end. Kind of got crap. Like basically, it was 3 good crews, and the rest of them were just vote off bait. Yeah, just garbage. But that first season, still watch Jabberwocky videos on a weekly basis, that kind of shit. But yeah,
I got to see them live once too.
Okay.
It was in Baltimore, man. They were nuts. It was real deal.
Yeah.
They were flying all over the place. So, I was even at Jabberwocky for Boart's ball.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I had the mask and everything, dude.
I forgot about that.
People knew what was up.
Right.
I know who you are. I'm like, yeah.
You're damn right. But do you want to go ahead and go, since we were talking about Boart's and talking about just that venue in general? You want to go ahead and go into the
transition?
Okay. I'll say so.
Segue away.
So we definitely wanted to bring Che back, obviously, just in general. But he had a nice concert experience with the real boys.
With the real boys.
Good old Riff Raff. But yeah, how was it? You told me some of the stuff at work, but how was the Riff Raff
First of all,
concert? How is a Riff Raff concert for all the people who don't?
It was really exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Sure.
I was like, oh, this is going to be kind of like an LMFAO concert.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where it's going to be just a party, and there's going to be girls, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's basically what it was. There was a little trouble here and there,
Right.
They kind of got singled out, by law enforcement, things like that. But it all worked out. The whole thing, it went smooth. And what really blew me away was the acts that were along with this. You know what I mean? So The opening acts were amazing, and there was one group, actually two. One of the guys local from here,
Jay
and you knew him. You said Jay Cannon, right?
Yeah, Jay Cannon.
Yeah.
He should just call himself Cannon because he was on fire, dude. I mean, this guy,
Nice.
dude, he was.
Shout out
he
to Jay
was,
Cannon.
Shout out to Jay Cannon. I don't know him
From
yet.
Lexington. He's
I might
very-
have shook his
very dope.
hand or something, but I mean, he was.
Yeah, if you
amazing.
guys get a chance, check him out. Definitely.
And then it wasn't even just him; like his whole crew, like.
Yeah.
He had this smaller guy that was just going nuts. I mean, they blew the crowd up. It was really good hip hop, lyrical hip hop that like had like a statement, but it was still party up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So, or party rock, whatever you want to call it, man. It was still you were still partying.
Right.
And then there was a group out of Atlanta, OGG. And they're part of the OG Mako's crew out of Atlanta, and they had this beautiful girl, light skinned girl that was up there, and she was tearing it up. Almost got into a fight because you had your frat boys.
Yeah,
you gotta have your frat boys.
Right,
Frat
yeah.
boys kind of make the party. You know, what
And
I
they
mean?
definitely got to support Riff Raff.
Yeah,
they
and
fuck
they're
with
out
Riff
there,
Raff.
they're spending the money. You know what I'm saying? But they're always, they're getting hammered, and this guy, he's just up in there in the crowd. He's like giving her the finger, so she jumps off the stage and is like rapping to this dude's face and all that. And like I could tell, she was just like, this one, he is just coming at me because he just kept going, and like it was so crazy because I talked to her after the show.
Yeah.
I can't remember what her name is, but if you look up OGG, I'm sure you'll see. And she was like, yo, this. His friends came up to me afterwards and, were apologizing and all this kind of stuff, saying, look, our buddy was wasted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it turned out to be great. I mean, and then you had, of course, Riff Raff. And this, I'll tell you, I know I'm going to sound long-winded. So Riff Raff, first of all, it takes the guy forever to come out. He's not scheduled to go on until 12:45, but his music is playing.
Jesus.
He probably gets out there about 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
And he
Sounds
goes
just-
in. He's doing, it's the Riff Raff. It's everything that you would ever want. You're tiptoeing in the Jordans. He's doing that.
Yes, sir.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram straight flexing. Like he did all of that. His bodyguards out there. They were taking cameras and taking pictures and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of it all, he does an electronic set.
Really?
Yeah, he goes back and takes over for the DJ.
Yeah.
I mean, and DJing these days, you could
Button press.
You never know what's really going on.
Right.
I know that I can sit there and tweak mids and highs and lows with
Yeah.
the best of them.
Yeah.
So I mean, but he was back there. He was picking the song, tweaking out, and it just went nuts. He had the girls on the stage that were dancing that were from here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just bootied up. The dude's drinking Ciroc like it's going out of style. Like he had a full bottle. Like by the time the show was over, it was done.
Yeah.
And that was just him sitting there pounding it. So it was crazy.
Jesus Christ.
He did the pizza in the crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is that's the thing that he does. He throws pizza. He threw a pizza so hard. You know what I mean? He was getting some. He had an arm on him. Like, I mean, these pizzas were flying. He was rearing back, and there was somebody in the front row, man, that just got popped. Just
pizza.
Like it's pizza in the face. I was like, this is crazy.
Oh my God.
And then everything. I mean, the party really started for me afterwards. Went backstage and all that, hung out. And, and it was going down back there.
Right.
The girls were in full effect. Met a lot of great people and all that. But shout out to Trifection Entertainment. They did a great job. They did a great job with Beau Arts. You know what I mean? That was fantastic. And there's a lot of stuff to come from these guys.
Yeah.
So, and I'm working with them on a bunch of different levels. So.
Yeah, you had told me about the Trifection guys.
Yeah,
a couple times.
Yeah,
Local dudes.
there's something else, and there's also we had them in the studio last week, and they brought 2 more artists, like just local artists. And for those of y'all, if you live in Lexington, Kentucky, and there's so much music here, you know what I mean, that you don't really know about and you don't hear about, but there's some serious acts, and we're trying to get it all together right now and get people out there, and we're trying to get stuff recorded. There's a band called C2 and the Brothers Reed. You want to check them out if you like soul rock, rock with like a classic rock but with a soul, like a Mark Broussard type voice.
Nice.
Yo, these guys, they played for us and it was amazing.
Yeah.
There's another girl called Brianna Pastrano. She's out of Frankfurt and she's around here too. Kind of acoustic, kind of got the Nora Jones type thing going on, but I think she might be able to project a little bit more.
Yeah.
And get loud. Beautiful girl, dude.
Yeah.
Beautiful girl. Can play the guitar like hell.
Yeah.
And so that's another one. Her play, and yeah, it's coming, dude. Lexington's actually it's coming. So if you like music, dude, we have our own thing going on. Or if you're an artist, hit me up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll get you figured out. So.
Right. That's crazy. Yeah. Gotta love Riff Raff show.
You gotta love a Riff Raff. I couldn't believe that it actually happened here. Like,
yeah,
I mean, it just was not really supposed to ever happen here.
I remember when we first found out about it. We were like, Riff Raff's coming. I was like, where? Like Louisville, Cincinnati? Like, no, he's coming to Lexington.
They hit Louisville.
That's cool.
They hit Louisville too? Yeah, he hit Louisville. That was like a month and a half ago.
Like.
And then, yeah, they, when I first saw it, when it was like,
yeah,
I immediately called those guys at Trifection. And then ever since then, we've been talking about, just everything. And
yeah.
There you go, man. You make the, and that's how you do it.
Jesus Christ. Wow. Yeah. Gotta love, Riff Raff. But yeah, definitely check out Jay Cannon if you guys live in, even if you don't live in Lexington, check him out. He's good.
Yeah. Gotta get that guy's number.
Yeah. But, yeah, what else you got?
Well, let's see. How y'all feel about rumors?
I'll take rumors. I like when rumors can go crazy. We can go off.
I'll take rumors for thousands.
Rumors for 300.
Yes.
All right then. Let me get her name correct.
Okay.
Ava DuVernay.
I've heard that name before.
Is it French?
Probably, but I mean like that. She's not.
Okay. She's American.
Okay. This is the director for Selma.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
I already know what you're getting at.
Ooh.
Yeah, so there's a rumor that she is in talks, or excuse me, there's rumors that Ava may end up directing either a Black Panther or the Black Panther movie or the Captain Marvel movie coming out for Marvel in about 2-3 years from now. Yeah, 2 or 3 years from now.
Right.
So, thoughts regarding that rumor? Thoughts regarding rumors, or
have you seen Selma?
I haven't yet.
Yeah, it's really good. I actually
I saw parts of it.
I actually watched Selma. I think it wasn't yesterday. It was the day before yesterday, actually. So this Monday, if you're watching the show. But yeah, I checked it out, and the movie was very good, very well shot. Acting was great. Definitely, in my opinion, deserved an Oscar or some kind of nod. I mean, Common and John Legend got their Oscar for the original song, for the soundtrack,
which was amazing.
Yeah, which is awesome, which is great. But just visually, that movie was very good, and it was very, very well done. Just overall, just well shot. Definitely, I mean, you could tell it was well directed. So when I saw this, I was like, that's great, because that means Marvel always says something like they're never gonna go like dark with their stuff. Not to say Selma was dark, but it was obviously a very serious tone movie.
Right.
So
you should be.
Yeah, absolutely. So you could definitely tell that this that Miss what is it? How do you say it? DuVernay. Yeah, you could definitely tell that if there is a film that's gonna have any kind of serious tone, and not just putting her in a box like she could only direct things with a serious tone, because there was lighthearted moments in Selma as well. But you could definitely tell that she could pull that off, that she could direct real actors, which obviously takes more than a challenge than just directing anybody.
Right.
So, yeah, I definitely I think it would be great. I would love to see it. It'd be interesting to see what movie. The interesting thing was, you said, what was it? What were the
two?
Yeah, what were the
either
two?
Black Panther or Captain Marvel.
Right, which I thought was
tentatively.
Right, tentatively. Which, like, when I saw the article picture for it, at least on IGN, they had Black Panther's picture up there. So I was like, that'd be interesting. That's cool. Like, I mean, they obviously are looking at it from the standpoint, probably not just like, oh, she's a great director, but she could definitely be a great director of something like Black Panther, that very unique storyline.
Very urban.
Very urban storyline.
That's the word you're looking for.
Right, yeah. Let me dance around this fire before I get my feet burned.
The correct word is urban for all y'all.
But I definitely think just from seeing Selma, she could definitely pull it off. And more power to her, because I mean, that obviously doesn't put her in a box of just doing very, I guess you could say, realist or biopic pieces. Like, some directors could easily get put in that framework where they just keep doing the same thing.
Yeah, they get typecast just like actors do.
Exactly. So that's very interesting to see that, like, they're looking at very seriously looking at someone who's done a movie that is as far away from a superhero movie as you can get.
Yeah.
And doing something like that.
Hell, fucking Kenneth Branagh.
Well, yeah,
they had him direct the first Thor movie, so...
Damn, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
So, I mean, what's his forte? Shakespeare movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Shakespeare, any of that, basically. And so, that was just odd as hell when I thought about it.
Yeah.
Like, to just like...
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Which there was, I guess, when you think about it, like there were some times in Thor where the dialogue definitely took precedent in a way that like a Shakespeare movie would obviously the dialogue is going to take precedent.
Thou and have at thee.
Right.
Yeah.
Have at thy hammer, though. but yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's interesting. And
Jon Favreau, what did he direct before the first Iron Man?
He was. It was comedy, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought so.
He did mainly, which I mean that shined through.
Yeah,
in Iron Man, definitely.
He was funny.
Just from his part in there, and then also obviously the way Robert Downey Jr. came across as Tony Stark, which is carried through every movie, is that he has a funny quip to him, like he's quick to it. So yeah, I mean that's interesting to see like these directors. That's like everybody always like kind of like looks at. It doesn't happen as much in, I guess you could say, in the same way, like in the video game world, a lot of times you hear conversations come up where it's like, if X franchise was to come back, what Y studio would you want to make it? Like, if there was ever a serious tone Legend of Zelda game, I would want somebody like CD Projekt Red who did The Witcher, or somebody like Bethesda who did Oblivion, because that kind of fits their forte. But you don't really see that as much where it's like, if X movie was getting made, which director do you think would work? Because I think a lot of times most people just know like very finite number of directors.
That was bugging me. The movie that he directed right before Iron Man was Zathura. I can't really remember that one. I think it was like had something to do with like it was like a space. I think it was like a space version of Jumanji or something like that. But the movie before that he directed was Elf.
That's right.
Ooh.
So
there it is.
So look how that worked out.
Beautiful comedic timing.
Yeah.
Awesome comedic timing in that movie.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. I forgot that he directed Elf.
I
don't think I knew that.
I just now found out.
Yeah, I don't think I knew that. I don't know who I thought. I didn't even think about
Favreau. Get some Favreau.
It's funny because like a lot of people don't even think about it, like who's the director. Like when they look at a movie, they're like, "Oh, this actor's great because they're directly in front of me." Oh, this was written well. A lot of times nowadays, if it's a comedy movie, especially, usually the person that had a serious hand in writing it is most of the time one of the people that's on screen. A la when you look at like James Franco and like that kind of situation. Adam Sandler and I forgot his buddy's name that directed Funny People, who does all those long ass comedy movies. Yeah. Does the extended long comedy movies.
Yeah, they get a little.
Yeah, they get a little bit,
long in the tooth, yeah.
Yeah, they
40-year-old virgin and
they were long as shit, man. It was. I was like,
Virgin was long.
Yeah, but like everybody always usually goes to Funny People just because it was a lot in that movie where it was like this could have ended like 45 minutes ago and been good, been fine, but it wasn't like there was anything bad. It was just like they just kept having ideas and they were like, fuck it, let's run with it, and they just kept stacking shit on the end, and you were like, we didn't need that, but cool, thank you for showing all their stand-up bits.
It wasn't like with some movies, it's like, God damn, it's still going. It's just more like, it's still going.
Yeah,
it's like,
okay.
At the end, you're like, damn, that was pretty long.
Like they literally show like 5 minutes of every comedian's in the movies like stand-up bit.
Damn near, yeah.
Yeah, like everybody has like a stand, and you're like, this just turned into a stand-up movie, like stand-up special, like Kings of Comedy or something at the end. Like this shit just went wild. That'd be like if you did a Friday movie, and then at the end you just see fucking like Cat Williams and Chris Tucker and all these people just do like a 30-minute stand-up.
Do that stand-up, and then have a performance at the end by Ice Cube.
Right, there you go. That's what ends the movie.
Right, yeah, he literally raps.
Friday. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Are they going to do another one of those?
It's been tossed around, but Chris Tucker won't do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's.
What's wrong with him?
I don't know. He doesn't want to do a movie that he said something about. doesn't want to say the N-word, a movie that says the N-word prevalently and that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's something. I don't know if it's religious or just personal beliefs. I don't think it's religious because he still does stand up, and he does. I don't think he does it like clean. I think he still does he still wiles out, but I don't think he does it as much as he did like when he was in Friday, like they were smoking and all this stuff, and he doesn't want to be like really associated with that negative. I guess you could say seen as negative things like drug use and this kind of thing.
He's all grown up.
Yeah, he's all grown up.
Yeah, man. There
he
you
can
go.
use that money.
Yeah,
and we can use that movie.
Yeah.
But it'd be weird now. It'd be weird. I think it's gotten too far past. Like, I remember talking about that back in high school. And now it's like, is it too far gone at this point?
What's the sequel? Like, what's something that came out, like, so many years later? And it's just like, why are we even trying
there's
this?
a few of those.
Well, I thought I was going to... Now, this is kind of speaking ahead of turns, but I thought I was going to feel that way about Mad Max. But apparently, from the ratings and everything, that movie's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, shit. Because I was like, I never really got into the original ones. I got into all the pop culture references. Like, I knew, like, the Thunderdome and all this other goofy shit, like, from the movies. And how they've influenced all these other, like, games, other movies, etc. But I never got into it that much until, like, now. Like, Tom Hardy's one of my favorite actors of recent years. And then seeing, like, I was like, it's probably not going to be that good because there's no way this far gone. But I didn't really do my research. I didn't know that the original writers were writing it. And, like, all these original pieces were in place that bode well for a sequel this far gone from the original. So it's pretty cool that now that it's out or coming out and like all the ratings are, I mean, it's getting like average like a 95 on Rotten Tomatoes and like it got like a 9.3 on IGN.
It
like,
had a 100% at one point.
Right, like
while,
that's crazy. And that's out of like, at this point, like I know initially on Rotten Tomatoes that was like out of 35 reviews, but now it's gotten into the hundreds.
Yeah.
And it's still like at the 90, which is like nowadays, that's like a phenomenal movie. like that's Scarface level nowadays. Or like not even Scarface, sorry, Godfather 2 level nowadays. Yeah. But
I was going to mention The Godfather when you were saying, sequels that have taken too long, like the third Godfather.
Yeah.
It was like,
that
why?
that was not a good movie.
Why? It's been too long.
Yeah.
Man.
2 was so good.
Yeah.
1 was so iconic.
Yeah.
3 was just like, why are we back again? I mean, you could have stopped.
I guess we could have finished. I know you want to finish it. But...
Yeah. That was one of those. Let's just finish the story for God's sake.
I haven't seen the new Dumb and Dumber or the latest Dumb and Dumber.
I haven't either. I've heard
negative. Well, that's
things.
An example of a sequel that was way further than it needed, or it was way too late.
I think it's one of the reasons why we're nervous about Star
Bad
Wars.
Boys. Yeah. Feels way too late.
I mean, the other trilogy. Shit, now, if you count this trilogy, I mean, even the other Star Wars was like, this is like, I mean, we're 30 years removed from the original.
I can't put Star Wars in the category.
I don't think so.
It's like
they're doing
everything
right.
You know what I mean? I guess I don't know. And plus, they're you're changing it up so much with the director and everything. It's like, well,
I like what you said about Bad Boys though.
Yeah,
Bad Boys.
It was like
I like the second one. It was another one of those movies that was long as shit.
Yeah, it really was.
It was like 3
hours. The second one was good though, but the first one was.
Yeah, I mean, that was like.
Oh, another one, Men in Black 3.
Yeah, that one.
There you go.
That one.
You know what I mean?
Now, speaking of that, I don't know if we brought this up on the show at all.
Okay.
I don't think we did. I think we did. I think I glazed over it, just like as an announcement kind of thing. But they're gonna do the 21 Jump Street crossover with Men in Black.
Oh, I heard about that.
Now, it hasn't been confirmed. I mean, obviously, they probably figured that Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum are going to be the like 2 of the stars, but they haven't confirmed if Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones are going to be
Josh Brolin.
Yeah, or Josh Brolin, right?
Yeah.
That could be one of those cases where it was like, I know I saw a bunch of articles where it was like, can 21 Jump Street save Men in Black? Because obviously the third one was like not as great as obviously the original. So where 21 and 22 Jump Street is now, like they're kind of like seen as like these funny ass buddy cop movies,
right?
Which you don't really have that many of. You don't have like Lethal Weapons and shit like you used to.
No.
So it's kind of like that's what they are, and they're like Men in Black was like a sci-fi buddy cop movie. Yeah. So they're like, can this kind of like bring that into even like a newer generation of I guess you would say like the younger generation.
I'd like to see that.
But yeah,
I just don't get how that would work. But,
I just think about it like, I mean, it's Men in Black wasn't doing too much. They were on Earth still, so it'd basically be like I could see them doing where if like Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill's character basically like get a case and shit gets weird, and all of a sudden then Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones showed up and they're like, who are you guys? And they're like, don't worry about it, and they try to laser him, and then like some happens and they figured out they have to help him. His thing breaks and he can't laser him.
Why don't you go ahead and write that, man?
I got this, man. I'll just do cliff notes. I'm not gonna write the whole thing.
Go ahead and write that script for us.
I'll start sending cliff notes. Yeah,
if you're gonna do it, then do it this way.
Yeah,
please.
Make sure you space it out so Will Smith has his Suicide Squad time to promote and everything.
Yeah.
If you space it out enough, you'll be good.
And I'll take my check in.
Right, yeah. Jonah Hill's not really doing much. What's the name's got to be Gambit, so we got to space it between X-Men and shit. So
what about Melissa McCarthy, dude? Like
the Ghostbusters shit.
Well, you got that, but then she also has. I was just saying, as a whole, as for cop comedy movies,
that just threw me off.
She's doing another cop comedy, like a
Spy.
A Spy.
That's right. It's just literally called Spy. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, damn.
I didn't see Heat.
Heat was funny.
Heat was funny.
I heard Heat was good.
Sandra Bullock was funny.
Okay,
you know I heard she was good.
I mean, she's original with what was it?
Speed?
No, not.
You're gonna go back to Speed?
Not Speed.
You taking it to Keanu?
The girl where she played. She was like
Miss Congeniality?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
They did a second one of those.
Which was.
I can't remember if it wasn't as good either.
Yeah. But no, speaking of McCarthy, like look at Ghostbusters with this new Ghostbusters,
and
like
another one.
And they're literally like they're trying to write Ghostbusters into a full-fledged expanded universe with like canon material and everything with this one. Like with this new like reboot of it, like they've said like they've already got like the girls reboot, and then they're like trying to find a team to start writing like another guy's team and like these other teams and like all these other different characters, and like they're basically like trying to make like a Ghostbusters like Marvel expanded.
Ghostbusters universe.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Which I'm like, you can't go that far besides the amount of ghouls and goblins and shit you fight. But other than that gets a little old after a while. Yeah. Just have Slimer and maybe
gotta have Slimer
and maybe some homage like a toy of the Marshmallow Man.
Yeah,
and that's it.
I would.
You can't do that much.
I used to love that cartoon.
Yeah.
Because when Slimer was on their team and whatnot, you know.
Yeah, he was like, they got him. Yeah.
That was some shit.
There was something else that I was thinking of. It wasn't Ghostbusters. It was something else that's like coming back to.
Ooh, you know what I saw last night? That was terrible. I think.
What?
I'm pretty sure.
It was garbage.
So I'm pretty sure.
I was drowsy.
A friend of mine in like Alabama posted it. But did you ever watch Jim?
Oh God!
What was it? What was
Jim and the Holograms. Jem.
Yeah, I saw a damn preview
for
that last night.
Truly outrageous.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Now I remember.
I saw. Oh my gosh, dude! I saw that last night.
I've never been so excited about something so awful.
And I was like, you know what? Because I remember watching the show secretly because I was a boy and all that.
Don't tell nobody.
Yeah, I was like, I guess Saturday morning. I was
She-Ra was actually a better cartoon than He-Man. Honestly, I said it.
Ooh, shit!
Ooh, damn, you gonna get blown up.
Oh my
Hell,
God.
I'm already getting threats for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so shit.
Yeah, that's true. From just Jacob. That's what I was going to say earlier. I was like, I'm going to watch Supergirl and then change the channel when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. go on just to piss Jacob off. Just to make Jacob mad.
So, hey, come over. We're going to watch a...
We're going to do a watch thing for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Supergirl. All right. And then I'll just walk out.
Hey, picture in picture? It's like, yeah, I don't have it.
I ain't got it. Like that. It's over.
Oh man, so they're still getting on you for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Oh yeah, we Jacob and
I know I got on them before a long time ago, but I was like,
yeah, because we finally got Jacob on. He Skyped in last week, and we finally got him on. So that was the first thing we had to talk about because it's just been brewing in the background. If you listen to the episodes since last year, you've been like, who the hell is Jacob, and why is he so adamant about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and why don't they like it? So we just been brewing this in the background. So it was funny to finally have him on, and we got to talk about it.
Turned out to be okay.
And Jacob was like, y'all don't watch it. I'm going to go kick
I got the latest episode on the DVR. I'm going to watch it tonight.
Oh man, God.
Shit, I like that show.
Man,
I'm into it.
Still.
It's summer's approaching, so
Yeah.
I might try after Flash and
Is it on Netflix?
Arrow is over with.
It is on Netflix.
And once I'm gonna watch Marvel's Daredevil once again.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that.
And then maybe I might get to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Maybe.
You gotta go,
So,
but you really gotta get through the first like 6 episodes.
That was my problem.
It doesn't get good until then. But then this season,
Yeah.
the whole damn thing is just
Going
awesome.
crazy.
Everything about it, dude. And the girl in there, that main girl, Sky. Yeah, she is. You know.
All right.
Yeah,
Back
she-
to I'm
All
sorry.
right by me. No,
She's a
we're
nice girl. Let's put it that way.
She's
Back
a
to
nice
Awful.
young lady.
Nice girl.
So
Yeah, back to bad, yeah.
back to Awful. So
Back to off.
so you kind of have a general idea of what Jim the show really was. What like?
And that's what I'm confused on. Because weren't they like doing shit like saving
the
people?
world,
They
or-
were saving the world. There was like a mission. You know what I mean? Like she was like secretly like on a mission.
Yeah.
Like CIA or something, and then would magically end up at the end of the show, she'd make it on stage. It was like some crazy Hannah Montana. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a
Like
millennial
Hannah Montana on
glitter
steroids.
or some shit.
Lord. That's
Yeah.
so bad.
But then I saw the damn preview, and there was nothing to do about nothing. It was just these girls that get into a band, and then they make
They
it
go
big.
viral, yeah, and then
And that was
they
it. I
get
was like-
and then they get signed,
Yeah,
and
they
then
get this huge
they
sign.
perform, and they're awesome, and they're great, and then all of a sudden the music industry wants to fuck them over, and then
So they just took out all the overtone
Yeah.
espionage type stuff.
Yeah, it's basically just kind of like your typical coming of age, follow your heart.
Like the Cheetah Girls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cheetah Girl.
exactly like the Cheetah Girls.
There you go.
That's it.
Girl. Modern.
Like, even we do know about the
But
Cheetah Girls.
whiter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Not as urban
Not,
as
And
not that there's anything wrong
And a
with that.
token Asian, I think.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think there might have been a token Asian or half something. You know what I mean? I don't know what she was.
That's a half-seat.
But
A token non-white, yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is.
Christ.
Yeah, it doesn't look
Oh
good.
my god.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's so funny.
Maybe I missed something. You know, I kind of thought
Wow.
it was a joke at first. Like when I was watching it, I was like, oh, they're spoofing it up.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at everything. I'm like, oh, they're for real. They done brought back Jim with no plot.
They just shaved that. Let's just trim this
Crazy.
off.
Yeah.
Get this out
The only
of
thing that to let you know it was Jim was the makeup she was wearing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
That's
like
the
a-
only thing where you're like, and they called her Jim. You know what I mean? I was like, okay.
It's
that's
like
the
a
only thing.
it'd be like a Superman show if he just had the cape on, but instead it's like a like Breaking 3 Electric Boogaloo. He's Superman, but he's dancing.
Yeah.
He's not even flying anymore. He's just a really good dancer all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
like,
It doesn't make any sense. Like, what the fuck is going
And
on?
that's exactly that's what I thought. That was
my
just
God.
last night I saw that.
I saw it today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was actually before
man.
I left left work. Matter of fact, it wasn't during my shift, so to say. I was on break.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
There we go.
Oh, what was I gonna say? What was something else? It was a show or something. I can't think what it was. Anyways, what do you think about Kendrick getting the? I saw your comment.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
Kendrick getting the what is it?
Ooh, I did hear about that.
What was it?
Generational Icon Award, I think.
Generation Icon. Is that was the state of California?
Yes.
Yeah. I thought that was cool. I mean, that's awesome.
It was.
See
man.
that? That was something else you'll like, and this was something else I was gonna ask you too. Did you see like? I don't know if it's out. It'll probably be out by the time the show airs or goes up online. But there was something like. It's funny because it kind of relates comic book wise, but it also relates music, but it's also somebody that we never talk about. But did you see Taylor Swift's like preview thing? Like her
Bad
Sin
thing?
City.
I've heard
preview
about it.
The
thing?
Bad Blood? That's
Yeah.
what's called Bad Blood, yeah.
And apparently, like, she's in it, obviously, but, like, Kendrick Lamar is in there playing a character. Like, Katy Perry's in there playing a character. Like, she got, like, a bunch of the big stars to, like,
I actually think that
blow it up.
They're doing it, I think, Billboard Awards Sunday night or something
okay.
like that is when it's going to air.
Okay.
And,
They gonna do it live?
I don't know. No, I think it's... I don't know if it's a preview, if it's a video. I think it's just a video.
I think it's a video.
Like, it's just like... and she produced it, you know what I mean?
Like, Thriller? It's gonna make a Thriller?
Homegirl's talented,
15
dude. I
minutes.
can't knock her. I freaking bought that album.
I don't know.
I've
I heard that album's really good.
I've
I
told
haven't heard
people
it.
before, dude, I bought that shit and it's good. I was actually listening to it today. That shit's good, man. and I'm taking my chick to the show, and hopefully, man, if
September, right?
Mario hooks me up like he's supposed to, I'm supposed to actually get to meet her, which is going to be really cool.
Was that September?
October. I think it's October 20th.
I'm getting the hell out of this city.
Oh, it's going to be. Why?
It's going to be.
There's going to be so many girls.
Well, yes,
There's going to be everywhere.
It's going to be too many. Y'all have to ID.
Well, it was like
oh yeah. You would have the ID. You need the scanner. You need the shit. You need the light.
The fake one. That. No, that's fake. Get out of here. you tell lies, man.
I'm excited, man. I just like that. She's ballsy for taking that approach on that album because it's totally different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she's dating homeboy, Calvin Harris.
Oh, that's right.
That's her main man.
Right. And he's just a regular cat.
Yeah.
He's like, whatever. I feel like he could work down at Walden Books.
Yeah, right. Hanging out
at the mall. Working at the press.
In the middle of the mall. The middle of the mall shit.
Selling fake jewelry. Middle of the mall shit. Remember that? I'll forget about the middle of the mall shit. Yeah. Look at all this. You can get all this shit.
This ain't no middle of the mall shit.
Right. This ain't no middle of the mall shit. We don't play around.
Nope.
Was it? Did you have any other music news? Anything else?
Not really. No, we mentioned something regarding Korean music a minute ago, but that's.
I saw a new Snoop Dogg album on the shelf today at work.
Really?
I was confused. It was called Bush.
Oh yeah. See,
is that his new album?
Yeah. I forget that.
Where the hell did that come from?
You heard the song "Peaches and Cream"?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
is that on
I like
that?
That jam though?
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted to hear. I felt like I was going to hear more.
Wilson, right?
Yeah, that song's dope.
That shit's good, man.
If the whole album sounds like it, then fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not.
And he was somewhere. I saw a picture of him and Pharrell somewhere performing recently, like in the last couple days.
This is the funniest shit. I was at work. You know, we have that Grit demo, like the cowboy show that comes on in the morning. It like shows like, what the fuck is that? Blazing Saddles and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
Well, it was so funny because like I walked by and it threw me off because it was a white dude, but he was on there and he had like a Pharrell hat, like the exact same hat, and I was like, is that fucking? Like I double stop and I like double take like. The fucking Pharrell, like Pharrell created that hat.
Yeah, right.
it was like setting up on his head. It was like set up on his head. He was just riding the horse.
I've seen Bieber rocking that shit too, though.
Oh man, Jesus Christ!
I've seen him doing it. Did y'all talk about? You ever talk about the Bieber Skrillex? I know you heard it, right?
No, I didn't. I didn't actually say anything about it.
You're the one. I've only heard a little bit of it, but you said you heard the whole track, right?
Yeah, I heard it like when it premiered, like on the radio, because like that's all I do is listen to the radio in the car most of the time.
So it's actually on radio right now.
Yeah, it's on the radio. It's a pretty good song.
I haven't even heard the whole track yet.
I fucking like it.
Hey, well,
there you go. Apparently they performed it at some Ultra. I think they performed
it. Yeah, they did it Ultra.
Yeah.
I did see that. And CL came out at Ultra too. Did you watch that? Did you get to see that?
No.
Well, they had like CL come out, P Diddy came out, Justin Bieber came out, all on Skrillex set. Like
Jesus Christ.
They went nuts.
Ooh. Skrillex.
And then I saw just like a couple days ago, Skrillex was in the studio with Kimbra. She's like my favorite female artist.
Yeah.
Like ever.
Yeah.
And so there might be something coming out of that too. So it looks like they were jamming.
Speaking of Skrillex, here's something weird that kind of like had the games world, I guess, kind of like uproar. At least like the guys that are like our age, who played like Rock Band and Guitar Hero real heavy because they're coming back. New Guitar Hero and new Rock Band are coming out this year.
Yeah.
And apparently, like the Guitar Hero, like the Rock Band one is gonna work with like all your old songs. So like all the songs you've accrued over the years from all these download packs, you're just gonna be able to like re-upload them to the new Rock Band, which is badass. Guitar Hero's not doing that, but they like started listening off like some of the artists that's gonna be on there, and like people were pissed off because one of the artists on Guitar Hero is Skrillex. And people were like, it's Guitar Hero.
I did hear that. Yeah, but he's
how the fuck is that gonna work?
Yeah, but he plays.
Well, yeah, I know that, but like, I guess people don't like sonically think about it.
You press a button and then the whammy bar is it?
That's the whole set. Just He said, "It's the easiest song on the damn game." But no, it's funny. Yeah, Guitar Hero's coming back. Yeah, there's a bunch of crazy shit like that. That's come out of nowhere and everybody's like super pumped. Because Guitar Hero's doing like some weird, like real single player focused shit, and Rock Band is obviously more about getting a group of friends together, drinking some beers, and fucking playing like some old ass Beetles or aerial
that
speedwagon.
that was a lot of fun though. It was
Yeah,
fun. When it first came out, I mean, we loved that.
I might get a set. I might have to, because I never got into it real heavy. Like I always played it at other people's like dorm rooms and shit. Obviously back then, but like now that it's coming back, I'm like I might invest in like the set. I'd do that and just get like the Rock Band set, because I don't think I'm gonna mess with Guitar Hero, because the Guitar Hero seems weird and I want to play it with people.
I mean, how different is the Guitar Hero really going to be besides songs? I mean,
well,
it's
basically,
still the same shit.
They took away like the color shit. Like it's not color coded anymore. It's like 6 buttons and they're all like the same color. So you basically have to like focus on like finger placement instead of like hit red, like for this long, hit pink, hit green. It's not like real basic anymore. So they kind of like try to make it. And they got like this weird system like where they put like a camera on stage. And this was like the thing that people were like kind of complaining about or worried about, I guess, is like they put like a camera on stage and they filmed like an audience in a stadium and just had them react like differently, like negatively and then positively based on like what they told them. And then the camera's like on a robot arm, so it was like swaying around like if you were walking around the stage, like looking at the other players and stuff like that. So like as you do bad, if you fuck up, the crowd like starts like you suck, and you can see like real people in the front row like fucking weak dude, fucking like flicking off and stuff. And then if you're doing good, like they cheer and they get happy and they do all that shit and like stuff.
Wow.
And there's like so like that's the thing about it though was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
But there's how many different reactions could they have recorded?
Yeah, and why is that? I mean, go buy
that's
a guitar,
the thing.
man.
You're gonna see the same shit, and like every like song, like every time you do it, like starts out with like you see like first person view of your character, and you're like backstage with the band, and like the band's like, all right, and you can see the drummer like practicing, and they're like talking to you, and like the robot, and then like you go up on the stage, and then like you see him pick up the guitar. And then like it starts, and then you're doing the thing. And as you're doing good, like the camera like sways around like on the stage, like looking back at the drummer and shit. Which that could be cool like in VR, but still the whole thing is how many different reaction settings could they have recorded with this crowd to not make that after like 2 times you like, well, I've seen the bad and I've seen the good reaction. Now they're doing the same thing over and over again.
I see a mental aspect with that too, or psychological, because like if people are, if folks have stage fright.
Oh God. He's so
messed up. I mean, I guess.
It's like,
it's still a game.
You mean I can get a heart attack at home?
Turn it off.
Like, I'm feeling weird.
It's getting sketchy.
For the kids out there, go buy a guitar.
I was looking for more excuses to have a panic attack on my couch.
Right? Yeah. I'd love a reason to have a panic attack.
We need more musicians, man. I like people just to play real guitar.
Yeah, that's why
we need more musicians.
That's why I like Rocksmith so much,
dude. And I don't have that, but I would like it because my guitar's not electric, but
where you plug in an actual guitar,
dude, and it teaches you. And apparently, it's really good from what I've heard. Like it's teaching people all around. I mean, I'm teaching myself just off YouTube, but
apparently that's like the way to go. Yeah, like nowadays.
If I do get an electric acoustic or just an electric, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. But yeah. So Guitar Hero Rock Band coming out this year. It's gonna be crazy. Weird shit. What else? You got anything?
Well, no. I'm sorry. I'm a little distracted. I'm borderline. Is
that a new tab?
No, it's the same one. Okay. A word of advice: if you're on the internet, pick and choose your battles.
I didn't know you got into it.
Pick and choose your battles. Yeah, I'm not really getting into it with anybody, but it's just like it's a back and forth on YouTube of all places. I should have known better.
About what? I got into some shit with some lady from about some racial shit not too long ago. That's been ongoing.
Yeah,
it's been ongoing for a while.
Yeah.
Some supremacist crazy lady who thinks that and it's. Dude, some people are freaking crazy in this world. Some people really take a pill. You know what I mean? Because you're tripping. I don't even know why I gave the lady the time of day. But go ahead, tell me what you were doing.
Well, hell, I mean, I'm sorry for you on yours. So, mine's a little more trivial by comparison.
It's like, damn, who you talking to?
That's putting things in perspective.
No, it was bad.
I should walk away.
It was bad. But I want to hear about what you got going on.
All right.
Let's hear.
So the Hamburglar got a makeover.
Yeah, I saw
a reboot, if you will.
Another reboot.
And I'm sitting there just watching. I didn't know about this until I watched Cracked on YouTube. Yeah. And they had a video, Cracked Responds, and they showed the rebooted Hamburglar commercials.
Yeah.
And they had Chris Jericho guest star.
What the hell?
Exactly.
Chris Jericho.
And The movie's funny as hell. I recommend you check it out.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like one of the comments section here. Let me go ahead and pull it up.
Yeah.
So I'm looking through the comments section, which is something I should stop doing on YouTube. First
Sometimes
and
it's
foremost.
funny though.
Sometimes it is, yeah.
Like we got called cocksucker on our YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was the first comment. No,
Really?
first comment on this last video. And that's all it said. But it was because his name, dude's like real small. He's like 12-year-old kid, just straight.
Oh yeah. I said concert.
So
No, but his name is like close to ours.
Oh, okay.
It's the same first, but then the second one's different. But it's like still starts with a D.
yeah.
I don't want to give it any press.
So if you
I'm
have a
gonna
speech
say it.
impediment,
Yeah,
you
right.
might accidentally say one or the other.
Yeah, you might actually. Yeah, it's that close. But like I guess that's what it was. But I just said LOL and put cheers. You know, it's like fuck it.
So so I scroll through the comment section, and all of a sudden I come across
Troll through the comments.
they should have made the Hamburglar a black guy. No, it started off. He edited it now, but no, they should have made the Hamburglar a black. Imagine that. Hey, they want to make all the other comic book and movie icons black. Why not Hamburglar? I was the first one on the scene.
He said, I was the first one on the scene.
I came upon this mess. I had to think about what I wanted to do.
Oh my god. Dirty Harry? He's the first one on the scene. First attack him on the scene. Fucked up. Jesus Christ.
Pull the crime scene tape back.
Right here.
What do we got?
Oh my god.
We have a situation.
Right here.
And my reply, you sound like you speak from a place of hurt.
Yeah.
He was like, why is that? And then somebody else commented, it's like internet racism that no one was ever talking about. Yes, thank you.
That's like somebody, I could literally, I'm starting to see this like as a, literally like a crime scene.
Yeah.
And then somebody walks up and yells out, like, it'd be the same thing if somebody walked up and was like, murder! It's like, yes, there's a body. Thanks, buddy. Alright.
And so I sit there and replied, for starters, you just proposition casting a black, in quotations.
A black.
Hey, black.
You just proposition casting a black as a criminal. A kiddie, cartoony fast food criminal, but a criminal nonetheless. We have plenty of those stereotypes in other media. Thank you. Secondly, what did Human Torch have to do with this video?
Yeah, he did bring that in there.
Does Michael B. Jordan's role bother you that much that you had to bring that totally random tidbit into a crack video with Chris Jericho? With Chris Jericho.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden some other dude from out of fucking nowhere. So we're only allowed to have black people in movies if they're good guys? What about documentaries with actual black criminals? Are you pretending they don't exist?
Ooh.
Where the hell did that come
I don't even know
from?
where that came from.
That was left field.
Yeah.
Jesus,
So
man.
I replied to this dude. All right. First of all,
Sir, get behind the tape. Get behind the tape. I'll deal with you in a minute. I've got
right.
questions for all
so
you fuckers.
my reply to this random dude,
Jesus.
no one said that. First of all, what do documentaries, which are nonfiction, have to do with fiction comic book movies?
He's a food mascot.
Yeah. And what did this comment about comic book movies have to do with the Hamburglar? With Chris Jericho? What about, and I continued, what about documentaries with actual white criminals? Which greatly outnumber documentaries on black criminals.
Right, yeah.
You see the lack of sense your argument is making?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the original commenter, so that's because black criminal documentaries won't get produced by liberal Hollywood because of black privilege.
He just got on your side.
Wow.
That's like somebody like literally. That'd be like if I was fighting somebody. Let's say me and you. Let's say me. No, that'd be like if I. Let's say if I'm fighting you and Shay, or I'm fighting you and friend Shay's your friend.
All right.
And then like it was. Here's a perfect example. Remember that scene in Anchorman when all of a sudden Brick was on the other side laughing at his jokes. He was like, "Hi," and he was like, "Brick, get over here." And he's like, "Oh," like that's what he did. He got on your side. The other dude's like, "Wait, dude, I came in because I saw him yelling at you, and now you're standing behind him laughing at me. Like, what the fuck happened?"
Yeah. So
Weird.
Clowns.
yeah. So I don't even know if I'm the type of response to this because I'm sure this is gonna go nowhere. But first and foremost, Hugh Janus.
That's his name?
Yeah, Hugh Janus. Hugh Janus. Listen, Hugh Janus. First of all, you're reaching. You're reaching as far as like, oh well, they don't do black documentaries or for criminals because liberal media won't show it. Honestly, I hate to say it like this, but there's way more interesting white criminals than there are black criminals. I mean, granted, maybe they don't get as much attention in the spotlight because, the
mob.
Demographics. What's more important? Like, what catches a white person's eye more? Something crazy going on with another white person. Fucking George Manson, the Iceman,
the mob.
The mob. Yeah, see, and
I would watch something on the mob before I'd watch something on like.
And who do we have? Frank Lucas.
Yep.
Tukey.
Tukey Williams. Freeway Ricky Ross. Not the rapper.
Oh.
The real one.
Man, dude, that's so funny though, because how that came up. The argument that I got into, like this lady, she was saying that like Hollywood was all Jews and that
she's old school.
And that the Jews she
school.
said that she blamed it on the Jews and said that the Jews are trying to like manipulate everybody to mix the races and all this stuff. I was like, whoa, man,
that's crazy.
Like, that's so
she was like a
outrageous.
neo-Nazi.
Yeah, she was. She also said the Holocaust never happened. All that, and
wow.
tried to say she had proof about she said, dude, it was crazy. It's not for.
So, what are your thoughts on ethnic cleansing?
It's not for kids. It's
Back
not for
on
kids.
this.
Yeah.
That black. That's the laziest racism.
Yeah.
He edited it. He came back to it, and it was like, that was a.
Did he use the N-word at first? Okay.
No, he originally typed a black.
Oh.
20 years ago, it would have been N-word.
Oh yeah, you would have.
And like this conversation took place yesterday or the day before, and so for some random ass dude to sit there come bring this conversation back, talking about documentaries and shit, it was like, hold on. First of all, why did you had to scroll? You had to scroll to find this comment.
Yeah. So there's gotta be some shit in this.
Especially if it was a day later, especially like hundreds of comments.
Yeah. There's gotta be some shit in this outhouse. What the? He said, "Sir, get back behind the tape. I'll deal with you in a minute."
So he edited the original post and put a black guy, but just out of context or as it was, he said, "Yeah, they should have gave it to a black."
That's way more like vaguely offensive than just saying the N-word. I would have rather them just said the N-word.
I would expect it on YouTube.
Well, yeah, I would expect it, but at the same time, that's like some passive-aggressive racism, which is the worst kind of racism.
Yeah.
Which is the most frustrating kind of racism. That's crazy. But we need to it doesn't happen, I guess. I don't know about y'all, but it doesn't happen, hopefully, as frequently. But it would be nice to have like a racial recap every week. Where we just kind of like laugh at ignorance.
It's not a bad idea.
Because people deal with it. I know other people deal with it. A lot of other people, friends of ours, obviously deal with it. Because it's not all black and white. And I know probably white people deal with it too, in some respect, from some way.
Oh yeah, man.
But at the same time, I've got a lot of friends who are Korean, who are Middle Eastern, that we went to high school with and stuff. And I know they probably deal with the same shit. So that would be funny. Because I mean, the only way to get past it is not to
ignore it.
Yeah, not to ignore it, and then not to get into irate argument every time it happens. But if you just laugh it off, they always say, one of the best ways to get revenge on somebody is just to live better than that person.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying about that word. That N-word. People give it so much power, and most of these people that are writing the word or saying it, man, it's not even that powerful to them. They're just throwing it out there because they think it's going to get a reaction.
They know what it is, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They know that all they want is a reaction.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's why you can't take it.
It's like firing a gun just because you know what a gun can do.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, that's it. Good analogy,
that's
man.
It. You might have never fired a gun before. You might be scared of the gun yourself.
Yeah.
But you know what a gun can do. A gun
Whether
can take somebody out. Exactly.
Or just being fired off.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You just kind of want to see what happens. And that's why most people, they fire off. God knows they're not. Yeah, very good. God knows that they're not. They're not the ones that are going to say it to your face. You know what I mean?
And that's why I would say
pussy.
And then on the other side, when somebody of somebody of color, somebody ethnic, whatever, calls a white person a cracker, that's like throwing a snowball because it's that was inconvenient, but I can just brush it off.
Yeah.
It doesn't hold the same weight. The N-word has Louis
C.K. made that same stand-up about
that.
It's God, you reminded me about when we used to own people.
Bummed me out, ruined my day. Definitely. That's why Louis C.K. is one of my favorite comedians. up on me and ruin my day. Oh no, cracker. Ruin my day.
Yeah. I've never seen that word offend anybody.
No.
It's
There's
like
never been a
people
time.
just bust out laughing because it's like that.
It's
like,
almost
doesn't mean
always
anything.
been used for comedic value.
It's like
almost always.
It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, no. It didn't hold the same way.
The other word,
That's
yeah,
funny, man.
it does. You know what I'm saying? Like there's stuff to it, but like I said, like you give it a lot of power. Like
Absolutely.
just don't. It's
Absolutely.
it's not that big of a deal.
And that was our racial recap for this week.
Yes.
Thanks to Webb.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I had to air that out because
That was
I
good.
was gonna.
I think
pulled my string.
I think people will generally find that enjoyable. The fact that this happened about a fictional character who represents hamburgers with Chris Jericho. When you add the pieces up, it slowly gets more and more insane.
Yeah. And it's gonna get worse.
Yeah.
So you know what?
Yours was
I'm
just
gonna be a
old
bigger
school.
man about it.
Yours was just like
she
mimicking.
was the real deal. Like she was crazy. I was like, wow.
It was like mimicking old stuff. Like, how many documentaries have you watched? I'm like, I'm gonna be that guy.
Yeah.
Like that guy that's arresting him? No, that guy that's getting arrested.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
9/11 was an inside job. You know, that's like shit.
Those are good movies, though. I love those movies.
She was crazy.
I watch those. They're fun.
Stuff you'll find on YouTube, the videos people post, like it's man,
got a
there's
lot
some
of free
stuff
time
out
on
there,
there.
man. There's some crazy stuff out there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
It's 2015.
Yeah, man.
We've had a black president for 8 years.
let's all just get
Most
along
people in
and
our
have fun
generation,
and listen
yeah.
to music.
Most
So
people
yeah,
in our
racism
generation-
ended at that point.
And what-
Well, yeah,
movies.
obviously not. But most people in our generation generally, it seems like we're figuring it out.
Yeah, I think we're all gonna be okay.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be alright.
You know.
Speaking of Selma, I think he would be pleased. I think Martin would be pleased.
Yeah,
There's
I
still some
mean,
weird stuff
for the
going on, but yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah.
You know, there's been some crazy stuff. You know,
This-
my city, my ex city, got tore the hell up over some dumb shit. But
Yeah, the Baltimore shooting was crazy.
that was kind of crazy. But I mean, you just gotta, you know,
show got
live your
real.
life good, dude. That's it.
Yeah.
Live your life good
This show
every
got
single
real.
day.
The show got real at the end. I
It
like
did,
that.
man. It did.
See, we can do that. Well, this is like we always say, it's a conversational podcast, so we're just gonna go all over the place. And I think it's good.
Yeah.
We need to get you on regularly again.
I know.
Because it works so good, and it's just talking.
Yeah, it's
It doesn't-
easier to bounce off.
Absolutely, yeah. We bounce off each other, so yeah, definitely want you
different
back
opinions, man. Different
regularly.
opinions.
I
I can do that. I can do that.
Because, like I said, we're always here, and then we're done in no time. So, but yeah,
On that note,
on that note, on that serious note,
love
You
thy
guys
neighbor.
got to comment too, man.
On it-
Comment
yeah.
as much as possible. I don't care what it says, but say
Yeah.
something. We'll
Even if it's
reply.
cocksucker again.
yeah,
you can say that.
because we know
Say cocksucker.
that's gonna come back
You know what I
again.
mean?
Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, comment. Let us know what you guys think. Like we always say, you can always drop us an email, oafdiscussions@gmail.com. Those come directly to my phone, so I will see them. I know a lot of our friends, a lot of the people that we work with and stuff who watch the show faithfully and comment, and I talk to about this stuff at work and wherever and on Facebook, etc. That's where we get a lot of our comments and ideas and people just talking to us and telling us what they want to hear.
I like all the people
Have
we
to
work
send a
with.
quick shout out. I'm blanking on the name of the podcast. I'm sorry, but a good friend of mine, a good friend of Jacob and Brent's, Zach, him and his friends actually just started a podcast, I believe, last week. They did call it the #1 podcast in Kentucky. Zach, you my friend, but you better watch yourself. But no, when I get the name, I definitely want to have Zach on the show and vice versa, because the more people talking about this stuff, this is just good for our culture as far as like just nerd culture and just our generation in general. So as many people as doing as possible, that makes us happier. But yeah, shout out to Zach. Definitely will be checking out your podcast because he was one of the first people to subscribe to ours. Appreciate it. But yeah, as always, like I said, oafdiscussions@gmail.com. Go to the Facebook group. It's facebook.com/oafdiscussions. You'll find it on there. Join the Oaf Discussions group. Discuss, argue with each other over games and video games and comic books and whatever. We're going to be doing our E3 predictions episode here in the next few weeks leading up to E3. Like I've been saying the past few weeks, we're going to hopefully do a live show where you guys can like literally comment live on the show and talk to us and call in via Skype and tell us what you think about E3. We're going to stream it and have it set up, and I'm gonna get that situated over the next few weeks. But we got like another month until E3, but it's coming quick. So for all the video game world, shit's about to get real. But yeah, The Witcher comes out this week, just so you know, video game wise. Mad Max is coming out. If you haven't seen Avengers yet, for the love of God, go see it. Because I hope you didn't watch last week's episode, because we tore the shit up.
Dude, I haven't watched it yet.
Don't watch last week's episode.
No, I won't, 'cause I haven't seen it.
Watch the movie and then watch it. But yeah, go see Mad Max. Like we said, The Witcher comes out in stores on the 19th, next Tuesday. I'll be definitely playing that and getting into that.
Where's Ashley Angel?
Ashley will be on here definitely soon. I talked to her today at work.
Shout out to Ashley.
Yeah, shout out to Ashley.
Shout out.
One day she will be on the show, especially probably coming up to the E3 episode. We want to have as many people. We'll probably have like 5-6 people. I want to get a couch in this motherfucker so I can have everybody just sitting down, live mic'd up. But we're gonna get that together.
The dirtiest couch ever.
That's what I said. I'm gonna go like Project Restore and buy the ugliest old couch.
Dirty couch sessions.
And dirty couch sessions.
And then we'll sing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Oaf Sectional.
Yeah. And then start coughing because there's this fog coming out.
Oh, God. It's like everybody just all of a sudden just flop, and then all of a sudden just
cloud goes up. As the smoke settles, Oaf Discussions appears in the foreground.
Freaking pig pen.
Yeah. But yeah, as always, guys, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for checking out with us all week. Whether it's one person, 20 people, or 20,000, whatever. We're gonna keep doing the show because you guys love it, and we love talking nerd culture and everything with you guys, music, all that good stuff. But yeah, as always, I am Kid Swift.
This is Thoroughbred Webb.
It's the Che Hey Kid here.
And we will be back next week. Thank you guys, as always. Peace.